Hey guys, welcome to the video. I want to start off by thanking each and every one of you guys for the support you showed me on my last video. If you guys haven't already seen it, click the annotation at the top of the screen and check it out. Now into this video. So in this video, I want to talk about the omission of the character Lady Stoneheart, a resurrected Catelyn Stark from the Game of Thrones TV series. For many book readers, this was a major missing piece of the story, and I'd like to explain why this may not be the case. From this point on, this is a spoiler alert for those of you who are not caught up in the books or the TV show. Catelyn Stark, as we know, was murdered at the Red Wedding at the hand of the Freys, Lannisters, and Boltons. Her body was found in the books by the Brotherhood Without Banners, which was comprised of well-known characters Beric Dondarrion and Thoros of Myr, a Red Priest. When they discovered her, Thoros attempted to resurrect her in a similar fashion to how he had resurrected Beric so many times before. Unfortunately for them, this was not enough. Beric made the decision to use his Kiss of Life to resurrect Lady Catelyn and give her his life. He did this, and Beric fell dead. And Lady Stoneheart rose. She could not speak though, as the wound on her neck was so deep that she could no longer talk. She did, however, still have her heart and her mind. She led the Brotherhood Without Banners and vowed to get revenge for what had happened to her family at the Red Wedding. To the current point in the books, she has just sent Brienne of Tarth to lure Jaime Lannister into a trap so that she can kill him as part of her revenge. Now let's get into why I believe she's not a huge loss for the TV series as a whole. First off, she's just another Jon Snow redemption story. Not that they say that she's not an important one, but that's what she is, Jon Snow redemption story. Up to the current point in the books, Jon has not met Lady Stoneheart, but this is certain to change. Once Jon is inevitably resurrected in the books, however this may happen, these two will most likely cross paths. While this may not be soon in the books, it will happen, and probably will take place after Jon's lineage is revealed. This is where the redemption comes into play. Once Lady Stoneheart learns of his true parentage and is face to face with Jon, she will most likely finally see the error in her ways of treating him, and finally show him some sort of affection, and most likely will present Jon with Robb Stark's crown, symbolizing her apology to Jon, and showing that she will help Jon win the War of the Long Night. This will almost definitely bring the end Lady Catelyn, now known as Lady Stoneheart. Now the reason that this is not needed is because we already have had so much redemption for Jon, whether it be the Battle of the Bastards, his redemption of the Red Wedding, or even his hanging of those responsible for his own death. Although this redemption is going to be extremely sweet in the books, this show just does simply not have enough time for yet another redemption. The TV show, up to this season, only has 60 to 65 minute episodes, including the previews and intro scenes. This simply is just not enough time to add another POV character to the mix. When Robb and Catelyn died, their storylines were replaced, or other stories were simply given more screen time. Now on to reason number 2. Dan and Dave and George R.R. Martin know more than us, of course. With this being the case, they would not omit Lady Stoneheart if she had an overwhelmingly important role to play. Her change in attitude towards Jon will symbolize how everything is going to change for Jon from that point on. This is not something that the TV show likely had time to implement, considering all of the travels you'd have to do to follow her just to get to this one point, this one redemption, and this one moment. Simply put, she is no Sansa, she is no Cersei, let alone a Jon or Dany type of character. She just does not have that major of a role to play like those big characters. Now don't get me wrong, she has a role to play, I'm sure of it, but it's not something that is going to completely change everything or put anything on its head. She has a role to play, but it's in a 1,000-page book, not a 60-minute television show. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.